FM sini o me ade sene abusuafo mamu na ma ha ene ya wada wie yi edama some fidie da Peace FM emama kwa ba ede ba prem tibreka sebo a aya Ghana nsem a yensem trefo akopa ba ama yaso ne so ama de se fata se don hiri mu ya de bremo mamu hu de die himsa akosi dwedwe ewo Ghana no ya de ebremo kasebo yi enaboke FM ene Nit FM ya miensa de ye pause efikasie mu Abeka Junction, Accra. Ena yewo. Oko hello FM wo Kumasi despite abronsan mu Kumasi dum. Kasebo ya training kwa ba mu bagaya. Ayi overlapping akwa akopiem. Any stations babron 100. Ena kasebo yi enam so. Ghana addition ina etie bia o mantam dun siani ina mu. Yesin konwa wie yi ane yebo mama ne se. Sa wo social media so abo Peace 104.3 FM. Say your Facebook, Twitter, say your X, say your YouTube, TikTok, Zoom, WhatsApp. Adobaba studio haya no washa yen asante yenka. Awie sima yesin konwa ye de esom mo no. De di akotin wo mu ne se. Mampeni na na dan kwa akufu ado wo so a wawo so na mambuom eyi asafo ni bi afiri odi ebi abehye o manamu. Na ebi nso so watam wo mafiri asoye ba akodo makwa aseye foforo no asembisa kase ne se eye brepa eye bra esemu ana na no afkon ya yakobo ye ewo Cote d'Ivoire ama ekọ wiase Cote d'Ivoire fo na di nkunim tam sika akobo nsia ba akopɛ no kɔ soro ma wo mu di ahuruse se kusi a wo fusie no emrase bafiafo se wo mo ho asem kan.
I agree there should be some reform, but we must be specific on what we want to do. Speaker, I dare say that even if we have to interfere to attract the sanction of FIFA, we must do it to safeguard the sport.
Kanetama East, Rasebejani was in a minimum Emra Beto just say, Mampenia Bonidin say one mayor and Crankoko Mantam Swafono, Nihujurini pa.
Media no menism de go back or mission. The names of Montpellier Kufado are not all shaming, and it was a surprise to me.
Governance analyst. What man, yes, sir? We have sports minister, Nidibra Wodinua. Mampeniacha Dodo. What you need? Unpermanent Save Ghana football protesters. One more woman say ball. Ayabo Ghana. NCE, NKNT. Wamo ya won ya kire na dian ena eye apokoko anase eye Jericho fesio a esi wamo kwan a wamo petition no wo manya kwan amfa ntum penifo anim esemika yenimu na ewie yi yesin konwa e wo Peace FM from Tobraka Sebo so ya de so mo madawroma wadwani e wo Facebook, Twitter, wadwani e wo X any social media joso ni na no a Bomode so beton sa fra unu yen na ye na ye ntie de ekoso Ghana na enwenwene ho na Ghana nkonanim da nyumako na ya dawroma budget cash and carry Blue Jeans energy drink and energy drink as so yes of wo so your ball bonion so your money adwuma so what your ba fufuo so your wallet wala saw adwuma bi a wo ye bia no a ahodin free mu no Blue Jeans energy drink na wono mu a esan kra hoden no more than their wahwere na kra de brewo budget cash and carry na diaba Levels Herbal Limited Wamada Roma and a Levels natural capsules ewo krom asa mema sisi yare amade ne sisi na akwa asa control fifidi anasa akwa se langa no eneyi ne sisi na tene dia na mama ya ji ne sisi aboso wato beto asa bongres mu abuba no eneyi amama ni na no Levels natural capsules anane ni na martin se fifra maneko enti sa nipa no ne sisi so a esono wayero wotom pamu a obeba wonsa no Suzy Herbal Center and discipline capsules aba ebuo yi mema dwonso mu problem ina afiri ho amasa dwonso ka be ma obedwonso ebeba emu nchem yinu CB women capsules so emema bu wo monsa fili gbenze CB soap ya de na ho emya nantabono ne yefe Suzy Herbal Center na di nro ya ba MTN say mobile phone say nyakọ ena obeye no dey receive call na mum social media yi opese okosu bia ene internet a wunya no I was say tumirika papa said the beya uya ni na de wapese hu na ba beda so enye de umia so a ebetwa no saa se moti ayabo na sum ama ne nisubiri no fastest connectivity and highest internet speed de MTN 4G plus and Tablenet ajume ko ya dawroma ana yesin konwa awie ya de Ghana nsem ebremu yi ohene nana kwame ammo enam de kasebo yi mu nsem ebremu yense kasebo na se man penina na do dan kwaku fado e de betu dwa no ase enso chere to mu a eyi hwa fa akotena etete trousers enu nto ya ne se na so afa wo no mato kasebu o man no ebi bebi a wo motena no wo mache e wase ye wonti ehu behia se o ma won so e do kwa ase ye foforo ena ebi nso so wo a obi nim so momodem bo na nso ni o se no mu ntwa tawu entwa huwo se nso de de yo man pani yi wo mu firi akonwa no so a wanfa bia mames wanfo man ko bebi a na mum odo obi ena ba be hye wo manan resafu ye ba enra no ehun koma akoso ana nipa ba ko a ne di pia mu aya Daniel ni kwatai Titus Glover awo ya kane mrasebedwani Edmatema East constituency emprempren ya de oya deputy managing director ewo Volta Aluminium Company Limited Valco na ne di ba mu a eba mu se mampani so wura Henry Cote awo ya enkran kokroko mantam so afo no mampani ayi na firi sa di bre ne so ade ne ko di bre foforo na mampani pese enkran kokroko mantam aso ye no ebeda won panti o de Daniel ni kwata Titus Glover ena ebese na nan se enkran kokroko mantam so afo na eba ye no na Peace FM ya ne Daniel ni kwata Titus Glover twetwe nkomo bi san se se ni ate se ni din wo list mu selection afa no wono nso ate anu so oh you wate ene se no wote ye no eye ne sen ena so nya mianim ni petiko hwe ebo no batabu e fa ne se rapture na ne na wanda so da ye da se mampani be ye resafo ama ne din be piem se obeye soafo wose ne ho awose e chicken post ne ho adwiri ne papa no wose sa wonim se ne deputy managing director adwuma waye wo Valco no sa adwuma wo ye na mampani na nado eni aye se torchlight edinachi se mampani ni ku no ho sa no onum da oda mampani ase
necessary media na hombrasio so money as the media no menism de go ba kwa meso ewo the names of Montpellier Kufado on all sharing and it was a surprise to me and what there was saying a day to one to see a change ya me or back on a gather count their money and the na say no kwako sumo a just sumo mine
na eno akira yi eno ase se mampani nya ne mugidie dia ase ye yase ne nsa oh why not obeye dodo wodi atudro be hura charge asrama den sans not dia fam pupu mu de atwa bosompo bosomchine bosoma kwesi na wasom enkran kokroko mantam sompa woso oboabo no ho aba ne sane dia vetin ana ebeba so obekọ vetin obebo no ho modene nsoso ama enya wanwa se mrasebejafo be gina tum na wosof na musa wi a ene enkran kokroko mantam yanyina yie dia ninua Henry Cote ebeye ye no wotoaso ama enkran afa ne ntam pefra.
I was at the court to parliamentary bed. Yeah, the court a year. I was at the swimming, not the instrument of office numbers. Because two hours in here, on up at the court, when Johnny handed over those, he handed over those letters near my. I was at the Twaswa, make a and he said, I inform any human, you can say, yeah, nothing, the human, may you be here, and if to quiet the first one, made the sum of a greater car. The young couple, the young train. Ya abubrasie na yediasom omunyina na ditaka atubom
na ya tini nkan yi aye Akan Tema East mlasebedwani Daniel ni kwata Titus Glover nei wosom se deputy managing director ewo Valco nanso mampani aboni din se o mese owura Henry Cote anan se enkran kokroko mantam soafo Elizabeth Ejen ene amana bofo wone no ebo nkomoyi na yesi atempo anan kwa de ne atiawiem sampene be nante akompono na entine dentra amansan nsem a wo mo ka ni na ye no arosafo no eba ye no na emre beto se kim se afedie abrewa yipuma kwa mampeni na nado danko akufu ado wawoso na mambuom ama asafo wo no mato kese no we bi edi bi aba be show manemu ebi kura say wo mo ye injury time aswafo no mo ba no na owura kojo mpiani a wo ye kane osi ade ojo nkofidie wo dombere majeku mo saber makofo amamwo abreso na wosom say chief of staff ene anka ne dwomtina ne de ma wosona manyoku NPP owura friendly was me wuble wo mu na do ma no atum say nka resafo ne de ye nanso ebere ba ye enya Madam Mary Ada executive director de Ghana Integrity Initiative ye bisa wo mo so adwena bisa se empanifo mienu dia wo maka no wo mu gina ho ana wo mu gina dodo nso so ayeka se sade tie bia no resafo na ba aba na Ghana fo no ana esu bo mampani kura tiri so se wo ye resafo enti so aya ye mfa ne sa na mom ebi so kira adwene se abosome nkro no a aka ama mampani na nado danko akufu ado yakoto abeyi mampani foforo no na nke nwunya so be resafo bia esense ade yi nipa ne di mfirinsianson na aye soafo na se mfirinsianson na ode aye soafo a dia waye no so ye ni yo so anya ni yo titru no mo anya ni yi no wo mo be so manan no abosome nkro de obe ya dan aye dia obi antumi amfa mfirinsianson entumi amfa anye adon ye krofasa oye magician na Madam Mary Ada ene ye ni mu si ensa be kano na ye no atwetwe nkomo ama ye de be ko ensan foforo so na Dr. Ben Ochre Ankra oye governance analyst o pe wo mu a wo mutumi dosu ko se twongon ewo amamwo mu fifi amamwo ni ase ehunu dodom na ya ase nyina ni he ni de mu a oka hu bi na Dr. Ben Ochre Ankra akasa de afa mampani resafo no a ebi se o Valentine Day achede eno de bre wo my Ghana no eno se edi ba ku bia na nani da kwan pa se enka wo behu e wo list ni mu no de na so ate ayo honorable sports minister na honorable sports minister ana Dr. Ben Ochre Ankra se wanti ni din wo resafo nu mu no opeso bi se anya bia no we e part 1 na mampani di aba a yan twan part 2 e bia part 2 na beba no sports minister din be wom na se enu ani na se ebia mabiem na sports minister no so wafa no totoro pa dia Dr. Ben Ochre Ankra se ne obedi mampani no ho yawo obedi mampani na nadon yawo pa se wo ye resafo pa na sports minister oda wotu na konwa se sports minister na resafo na nka no na adam mampani na ni agudie sports se dia ehun samte wa Ghana sei na wo dia won twe kura no na no ye ko Cote d'Ivoire Black Stars for modern bono mampani wante si ya reporto ye wo ye tuko be fi na no world cup ye group no munso so a ore eno nso mampani ante na no Afcon kroya se payo se ni brekro betumi adun so twa nwasi yi wo be se ya eno nso mampani ante enti mo papa ben ana sports minister wo ba mampani ye resafo no de no so nsa abrobe wonya ni tie didi mu a ebi anka no Mustafa Yusuf Dr. Ben Ochre Ankra se awasenka bana de mampani won podie wonya resafo won wona ti kokran free sports minister akonwa no so no mpo bifu from ra
nipa miensa ana mienu kwa akaba Oforiata kwanta sports minister time aban di yen yesika eko high dance e be ma blaster coach atnam no ba ya won hwema coach ni town na osan ti hotel ya de o man sika tua nka e ho na meka say minister na fi enya minister we na otena ho ma o to stadium na o mo de concert no the minister we na o call tournament wa come yensa was on fa budget nkire o man no enya ono 3 matches worry poto now so we use $3.5 million minister na hwema o ma di $3.5 million president I'm say o tro you no bi na kwetwaman emma mama dodo abam waya de pa na say anka parties ni nyina se ne yeka no ebetumi protect man na ebebo because chairman politics na akwa say men's field the man kakra no be yi o manim so on be ye no yenko so say ebebo mo ho ban.
Dr. Ben Ochre Ankra oya governance analyst and no pay ewo Peace FM ya no podwumedie kokroko so emra chairman general Kwame Sifa kan ye tena dwam ni abedwofo dwonwo na Ghana ho ena Dr. Ben Ochre Ankra edina dwenkyere ewo resafo no ho atu dwayi na ewo dwumedie kwa na so Kumasi Mayor Sampan ebe pie so no ne de ode na se nikabia ena mama mpani na nado danko ekufu ado ema no mo se mama mpani ayade pa se ode resafo naba ebiewu womu a salasi afa womu benya kwan asom ewa amambuo mu nso woso mo mu ina trinkwa na wasre titru womu ya fofrofo no se womu meyire womu homwa na mpuntomra Ghana
ikan emma won a yabo mu din no omu trinkwa omu yayi omu firi omu se no nyame na eye ebia ni papa mu na abanisa na omampanin on say MPP kura no ye de krata ba bontin a ye bona ba so but chairman adia ba ko a because person me kansan mato aso ye even as at last week na wotwetwa mu no na mu studio ha na nkrofo bi wo ha e kan say no omampanin anya resha last week na wotwini sa nipa no ne na mitie no radio ba ko bi so anopay o say ayele asuko oba studio ha ene anya reshuffle enne ye interview no radio ba ko bi so o say emre no enti kwose nkwasi koda nkọ
champagne aye kumasi meyo wanu so be pie mu ewo kokroko dwumedie wo Peace FM anopay na dwenkyere ni azekopoku ena na nidi enkomo yechi a obo ano edebre yen ewie bio na tinyama nyoko NDC enam wamayicho no ne ntwa so a wamo ya building Ghana wamo bontoa na entwabonim ena ejansem a amanyofo duru campaign time say ya wam de tudwa no fifi abekwete a wona ye trafo pani ya de machinyama nyoko NDC wakasa ewo edwabo ba ku biase ano se mampania be die kire His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mamadou Bawumia a oya Frankatuni edema wasona manyoku NPP nyamye nim ni petiko waka no kra de ache ne pen se wama nordness etibidi mantamu wama wamu sesi form se so wedi wamu hwambo papa nyamye ye wadom na wakonya dibreka sesei e wa mambuo mu ene amanyosemu se mampania be de akire wo besomsompa edi ama Ghana amanimonyam aba north no fifi kwete se mampanya be de akire anya na emom wodi sabi enumguase pa ana abeka won a won north no na waye no oba de sefo a won koya de ni ye no asani se poto asem ya wakan ye na National Liberation Congress NLC kofa by any penny odano Stephen Atubiga wakasa dia fa won se fifi kweta asem na wakan ye no wanka ni ye won ne nya adwene sentia wanka ni ye won ne nya adwene no o kirem
whether we are NDC new we are MPP new we are CPP we are APC so we are penyinia yedi bu ema nti obeka se Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no oye pepenia oye entrofo kese pa a yentenase emma okra emma sibokrum embe kanche ensibofo se musibo we na papa na yebon nti Mahmoud Bawumia woyo wanyu oye ntrofo oye denyo yenye pefofo yede no yento no ntwene ne ena enye ono nko a se John Dramani Mahama kra no obi kasa ne metia na etia na yebesori egina mpanyimfo a woni momadi president da no amanejko betimi akase omadwuma nye omunye adwuma ye ba se obekọ ni krom akwache ni krom force kan se wanye kra se yebebo John Dramani Mahama ho ban yebebo Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ho ban omumienu nyina de Ghana fo beboye ne yebechi so no yebesa tane amana ko 2 times
na no tire na Stephen Atubiga asa sakasa ne sebi eyadwane ahantan kasa pa na wo mu firi north no wo mu ntie ni wa ema ne nkọ wa wo mu betro ho krata de akoma NDC krata no mu nsem ebeyesen
na no adi nika NDC for e so mo frɛ no no man atenase o man atwisan enye sai be mo opposition ye mpene ensu ade bedware confirm no fa sai ensu na adwane kokɔhwe sese ya press conference ye so person kasa frɛ nyankopɔn kasa from frama ya mo akotia ye de yeti o man so nti ye twɛn no ma ye de petition beko after that no ye be mo demonstration de mo de pa nye keep fit demonstration ayo mo ye no ye mo de pa
na ne kwakwa mu ena kofa bai awo nukro ya da National Liberation Congress NLC ano Stephen Atubiga wani Electoral Commission bonkomo ano se wose Electoral Commission pa se wo mne amanyoko awodo ewo man mu no enhia na ginaye bia no Electoral Commission pese osie titru efa 2024 aba ye beto titru ni ginaye a wo maye ne se 7 December ya to aba no won be ya carry forward ade aba 7th November no enu sei ehia dodo adwenkyere
Midday say na no yetime dum pempen so asori timi eka kire isi say eda say na mo fanhye ma itimi ye democracy na koye nim itimi Ghana for we say ye mpene ye ne mbo ye nsem ma ye ho because ya che say ampa kabima min kabine ye adwuma na emom mi wo gidie say ye be frɛ IPAC ne afrɛ all the political parties no so that anamo be ne betu na kremoni so nka say Friday ana dunsini mi am ye dunsini so meka say da bi Saturday we na me so me kanchem so all I'm trying to say is many je say Saturday we AC we kuro itimi say o man ye koye nim nti penyifo nyina atena sia e beti bibia no a penyifo ye ka bo mokrom ha ye ntimi enye
na yatini nkan yi ayekofa baahe a wono kura ya peni a woda National Liberation Congress NLC ano Owura Stephen Atu Biga nene ne yati ye na Peace FM ye nsem kire ne yama no bofo Porsche Mensa Bonsu ana ene no ball enkoman Peace FM pramtebra kasebo ene wasungusu a wutie no ewo ensamfo from no oye Akan ambassador wosi Ghana na mu ewo Egypt ene Saudi Arabia ewo NDC amanyokwa mambo abreso His Excellency Alhaji Said Sinari. What the foot machine yema NDC hedgefo anwo se 2024 abat one de obi anim se ebeyere sebenta na yen wo se emuba go e dia ma NDC amanyoko na mankunimu a wo mo pe no media oh ene ye simple kra se de krama wi dompe wo se ne simple ye ne se tinye ba bia entena no to so na emom obesore waka na waye adwumaden na wode NDC mra wo mu bebu wo man mpuntunwuma ne niamapa wo mu yeye wode bekọ atuma abonhu dawura ka edi agu Ghana fo nyina asom wo se wo your opinion polls a wo ma yeye no a independent bodies kra na yeye wo so wo ya na so mo de ba obekọ akohwemu no na chini amanyoko NDC ena edi nkunim wo so opinion polls a beba nyina no obekọ akohwemu no na akwa say the victory of the NDC is coming again. Let the people say, hey, job or dog. Boom. Was it? Opinion polls no. I'm a man who sent Kunumini dear. Yami Adma 2024 beba. Now, sir beba. I do a young witch juma. 2-1 more sene fata. Nesenti and wasre. Setting your baby and one who say, a kun when yakoketwa. Ebia was this a corner, one bet to me akuni years as well. Anano nkabom no a emo enya ye e wo silver mu a ema wo mutumi 2 silver eye ma no san nkabom ni bi ene ba ko ye no eno mu hia na so mo ye ba ko te se wo mo anu mu sita wa obabe no na se wo mo ye adwumaden a ene wo so no wo mo de ne beto fom tim
going to win the 2024 elections is going to come from Ashanti region. So we must prepare ourselves. Look, all the indicators, the opinion polls, left and right, international, local, everywhere in this world, everybody is giving thumb up for the NDC to win the 2024 elections. And it's a fact. No matter what the MPP will do, this time around, the NDC party will win the 2024 elections. I said, but how are we going to win the 2024 election, especially in this region? We all know what happened in the 2020 elections. The 1.7 million that the MPP got in Ashanti region were fake numbers. They just stuffed the ballot boxes. They were not genuine numbers that they got, the 1.7.
His Excellency Alhaji Said Sinari Amananswa wakasa wie ya wode na nusi ye ene wo sre setitru wo mu enya emrase bedwafo akonya se wo mu kopre akonya no wo mu manenya wo masem hia pa se wo mu bayire wo mu na se dia na no abato ne ye ya MPP ne NDC na ekoye chimpe e wo mrase bedwafie no we dia manenya chimpe NDC yire no na wonya enkonya dodo no a e wo mrase bedwafie enchan wo sona manyoku NPP enu akire yi ana Yahaya Ibrahim a wo ye coordinator de ma NDC Zongo Caucus a we fija kwa Abere South ewo ana His Excellency Alhaji Said Sinari ade nsem yitu dwa wono nso so kire mu se peace conference ana wo mo sese conference a wo mo ye asomdwe na biewu wo mo ade pen kabom ene ba ko ye ene adwumaden dia frɛ tiniyama ni na so obi anfa ne wonyem se kurase brass bank no mo entwa emfa mpre nkunim emfa ma chinyama nyuku no ochire mu sentia wo mje se adwumedie yi wo mto nsade frɛ His Excellency Alhaj Said Sinari ema wodi afutuo yi ebaaye
conference Zongo conference ye frɛ adofo ni nuanom ene ye mpatam obi a wo ha bia wo ye NDC ni ba na ye frɛ dom no nyina me abehia na ya adwumaden e de boa NDC amanyoku said the beya 2024 ebenya abanya we atena so na ye fapem no nyina ne se NDC amanyoku de egidi se ebetimi aye ye soso eyeye e na Zongo soso NDC ye wo mutintiman e kire se emre bia wo hwe NDC vote dodo aye nya no ye nya free Zongo Asante region kura no wo hwe ba bia ye nya esiti dodo no e ye bia ye Zongo su eti NDC amanyoku e Germany padodo e fredom Emma mire bia obi ade na adwene ebe boa party se de be ya ebe adwumaden e de no kurodie aya adwuma
na yati nkan aya Yahaya Ibrahim one coordinator edema NDC Zongo caucus ewo efija Kwabre South Samson Kwame Nyameche ana Peace FM ya man bofo yensem training awoko adwumede yase a wode amaneboyi ebaaye na abe Kwabena Dwumfo na ye president edema Ghana Journalists Association wakasa ena woche mu se emfa ho ne hunahuna atete ne ahohia eni se bi ebrompo a enipa bi ayo amadwen so mo bebro nsamtrefo eno emmo nsamtrefo hu ema nsamtrefo djuma e wose ye die titru ewo abato bere mu ye beka se yenye nsamtrefo beye anya dia se bi krabanti bi da ne tui ena nya dia akokɔ ana odwan enti bi da no mu ntinunku no die si nso mu die si da no osrawo Dabi ye nsuro one man soldier ye be adwuma no na ye nu obu nkunta no se sa wo ya asante mantam bu no ene bu no east ene ahafo a samtrafo be aduanan ena wo mo ba friend say dwumedie bia wo mo hyehyɛ ye efa samtrafo se de ye be ye wo be ye wo adwuma ene abato bremu se de se na fata ama abato no se de besi ne ye kan no trodo se ensi a yenka na mum samtrani bi nso enkoye de anya kan de anye ema enkofa asem ema ye no se ensamtrafo ya wo mu firi asante bono east ene afo a wo mdodo be ye aduanan a wo no mu hia ya wo tufo yi enu omo nko a wo do mo ye point of contact adi se futuo yi amane de urubafo ne ensamtrafo wo ma Ghana mu nyina se 2024 election no ehu pa nti obi ahwe ne kasa ye yie wo depends so si people so atro bibia aya ahwe ni yie hu se eye no kra trodo a enkofa amane ene ensam dia emma ebiew Kwabena Dwumfo kire mu se Ghana nsamtrafo nkabom kukase no eye Ghana Journalists Association ene US wamwa na musini anase wamwa mbezia ewo enkran sei aya sentampen maka batire mu se de uruboni anansem trani bia no a de NC ye obekwa akoya no your friends ano dabraba awa no beyuka anu makoko ne kunne telephone no wire a de NC ye obeka se esi obetro se esi asam no obeka achia no wo sa de uruboni anansem trani no wo mo nu wo bi ka papa titru election ya ebeyi Kwabena Dwumfo.
The GJ believes that freedom of expression does not only mean allowing people to speak, but also ensuring responsibility, knowing there is the need to protect the very space used for free speech. Findings of a GJ NMC media monitoring during the December 7, 2020 elections aimed at contributing to peaceful and credible polls revealed that incitement on media platforms topped the tide from violence perpetrated during the elections. The GJ, however, has a mandate to promote democracy, freedom of expression, human rights, and other responsibilities as enshrined in Ghana's 1992 Constitution, including national development and general good of the citizen. It is for this reason we have self-noticed that we will not sleep until impunity against journalists ends in this country.
Na nwachiri ana owura Kevin Brosnahan awo ye press attaché ewo US embassy wono so ade afutuo ni bi e kan ho se wo ya democracy ka mamin ka bia nyame ni mu ne ho ahomete papa ayese kosi a wo se ye kura ne yie asa yankura ne yie na efri yensem bofam se ekum woyo asam na aba no to do obesra pa se titru ne 2024 aba ye beto yi obi bia o wo chefa ewo abato no mu no se oye dewurboni nsem training oye police ni oye bamboni ana adwuma bia wo beye ewo mu no obesra se bomoden se enye ne kwanso enkofa asem bia emba.
Democracy can be fragile. We think it's strong, but when we see it's fragile, we know we have to take steps to protect it. And we all have that within our reach to protect the democratic institutions that protect our rights. And we all have what it takes to help and strengthen and protect them. And journalism plays a key role in protecting Ghana's democratic institutions.
Na yatini kan yowura Kevin Bros Nahan. Waya press attaché ewo US embassy ewo wamaimu. Na kwakra mu na NMC National Media Commission dwamtinani ora ya boadu ayeboafo enso so ekirem se wasrensam trafo ne de urubafo yam yadwuma ho nte papa na enyema bia se yakoya edu ate renchen beba no ebe ya yantwe ho emfiri ho na yeyi no se sensam trafo responsible wa asade ne asudi ya de ahye wo nsa titru any amanaya wo mobo ewa abato ho a bibia be fine.
We need to understand what press freedom is. It is that we can do what we want to do, but we must take responsibility for whatever that we do. If the press has done anything unlawful, they can be dealt with by the courts. If they should offend by interfering in the course of justice, they can be punished in proceedings for contempt of court. If they should damage the reputation of innocent people by telling untruths or making unfair comments, they can be made liable in damages. We are no better than any other citizen. And nobody's right is more important than any other person's right. And we must be aware of the obligations imposed on us.
Ya yatini ken yewura ya boadu ayeboafo. Wana adwamtine ni dema NMC National Media Commission. Samson Kwame Nyameche. No wodwede yase. Eno de amanbo yi ebaye. Na yekwo ensanfofro mu a Ghana Statistical Service aban kuntabu adwuma no wamo ye nhwehwemu bia nhwehwemu no wamo ye free June bosome ekosi August bosome ni mu ewo 2021 na no wamo pe wamo wamaware a bibinsi sa akatia na nonom esi aware no mu nti ema aware no mu ti tintontan ma obi akọ ne baby no wamo pe so mu hunu wamo nso so wamo nyanware ye ba eja eyesin so beton from medical nti wamo won empinatwem wamo ya courtship wamo relationship na no so akatene anonom esi mu nti empina na wamo twe no entumi graduate emfiri empina twe mu amaware mu saafo no so na won pese omuhu saafo no na ebiewu wamo a wamo ayo amadwene se wamo ebeware a wamo ware no aso wamo ware no wamo de akonkrata ma register na ama yamo wamo certificate Ghana Statistical Service. Wamu ya nhwehwemu yi na wamu ya nhwehwemu no ene wombebo amane se hai 2021 ekọ na wie ye no na wamu a wamakọ awariem aware a wamu kọ mu no endigina egu fun no na doso papa wamu bu hon konta se 553,065 ena na eye 2021 ya deba na wiye no aware fododo a wo mo se wo mo nan ware biem tintontan opokunfa nkun wo mo dware a wo mo ho mpai enu nti wo ma hyase se wo mo ye wo mo divorce ho amamre ne nhese ya ampaniampa wo ma ya no o mawie ama court ama mu ina krata se anya ware negu na ye 553,065 and what yi ana 405,090 and so ya aware fo a wo mo so se aware na fono wo mo aware ne yo mo dabiem ede na wo mo ni na atu aware na ya nyonyono se kuni obi aso mpene nyanko ni mu ahwe aware fo wo mo te dem ase to manjeri wo mo nka entompe so mu ja aware one person muja wariano wɔn kɔbɔ abusuafo amaneɛ anso wa wɔn san de akɔdan court wɔn gu so a wɔn yɛ nkratasɛm a court wo frɛfrɛ wɔn tietie obi asɛm na court tietie wi a wagu awareɛ ne ton wɔn no wɔn yɛ 405,090 na mmom wɔn a wɔn de no wɔn akɔ court wɔn krataa sɛ yegu awareɛ no wo yɛ sujani wɔn nso yɛ sujani na yɛ 553,065 ana wɔn nso so no wɔn de no gu so wɔ court a wɔn hwɛ ne mu sɛ court begu no nso so 405,090 to the 405,090 no fa kɔ plus 553,000 no because 405 no da ya court ebegu no so na yɛn na ɛbɛto odwa na Peace FM sɛ na yɛn na ni na kyerɛ memne da bia you make use of bright I fro dondo na ya de rebe ne balu afafam cars ho a obɛte people kana mesa ho a bɛka sie kosie funu na so bɛsa ho a no hu sɛ sa ɛya aware yi na sɛ na aware no nkrofo gya ya na egyae ana still no a memne da bia obi anko bi kura na nya 5 na nya 4 no ɛgya Peace FM ya yɛsɛ yɛ ne ɛma no bi bɛkasa ne bisa wɔ mo ne ani bi kasa ne hu sɛ sa twɛde hyɛ ntoma mu ɛma no bi mɛma wɔ mo prince sɛ ai ware me no sa wɔ mo nya mɛma papa ahokyerɛ pa ne atete ja ɔbɛpɛ tu continent de ɛne duaba no bɛka bia no wo bɛyɛ nanso onyanya ne wie no tu continent wie pɛ no ano no onye wura zeruba ba mu pie pɛ ɛno ano no ɔno awie atete wo bɛ kyerɛ wo sɛ tɔken bɔ lampo krate shu ase woje wo anje entama mani bi kra sɛ aware kai aware amfa no aware pa ni sujadie die ka fanyina sujadie ente bia yo madwene pa sɛ so mo pa bɛtwe mo nsa sɛ pa so de illegal abortion no meyi wo mo nsa 4 finger ne sɛ be man fa ka wanhye lalai wo be psychic eno ne de no unu obi eni asɛm.
So about a bad marriage, I think say it will help change say obefa like side chick because side chick no so hobby because be one obe pair on onye ukunu e yo bi dia na obe pair then say ebia nkomo na one ne bono like na niji ohun chen ne yere no it's bad marriage because who na open nipa na o de be empire na obompai ya obesa
like sisi adie manam abane die like yepe asundue ene enichie simi like say me choose die me asundue ene enichie ene like bet me choose enichie such king
me die me prefer say me side chick a happy one because our real no wo mu na atete ne how na bro no wo mu a otimi wu kra ja wo mada se wo ma nkra wo ma obetimi ewu eja nkola no we ye na se kra no be ma no be nya oba afofo aware nti no is better say obe side chick a wo eniji a how be nim mom dear can make you so happy side chick because happy side chick ni pa kona on any relationship no enya ade obe treat so bad inti me make you so happy side chick na bad marriage is so there enya ade pa
our born Indian njini so obi ani o wi asma se ya ni be kan our born as sinta na ye me side chick am o peace of mind me o me bi am feel okay.
Isabella Danso ena wone emaya ni bikasa ya wo ma kire wo madwene no se obekọ awareboni mu obekọ akọ ware be ma wo kyan lo mojata obetete wa ma wo kra kra dwane afiri ni pedua mu ana se wo psychic obi de na ofam ho se mango ho wansena ade na opa na Isabella Danso no omtwetwe nkomo no dia wo mo kan ye ni na enra na ododa Valentine's Day na oba Ghana dey ase dey ya today no na ye friend chocolate day na say you abosom na se bedwani honorable kwabena menta kando honorable keyemi na wakasa ya defa Ghana chocolate day no ana say sa chocolate day no e dey ababesi Valentine's Day anam no se ebetumi aboa pa won agye ye mienu ku pa ne bo chocolate hu dawuro se chocolate ye na ye ka je chocolate ye no so ye mbu component fa ya adwunu nkosi se ehin fa ne nya chocolate ni free ye nya di free cocoa mu na cocoa no so se bi ye nuan wo wiem se ne Nebukadnezar garden no a wo ye no ye dua no asase so na asase a ye dua cocoa wo so ne nya chocolate edi free cocoa mu na asase ye jai se ankrofan ya galamsey entu emu asase mu agudie kwan bone so nom de sense asase ene ni ahwebja debi baba Ghana cocoa ni na no galamsey best say cocoa nnuani na ma yenya cocoa fanya chocolate am yenya chocolate nso so a ya bia dan ye chocolate day am na ye na de no a cocoa nnua no a ye benya cocoa efrim e de ye chocolate no galamsey asay nnuani na de bia dan nya chocolate e de ye chocolate day and na Ghana's chocolate day a ye de abese Valentine's day anamu no ahwe na wachina bi no enkosi agawo yenu se so amana hu se Valentine's day yenye ne chocolate day dia anya bebi enya chocolate free no yemo ho ban ye cocoa na cocoa nsase no edua wo so no agalamse fu age ata wo mani ase a wo mu tu ayenya asem papa bia nka ntre wo mo yentwe wo maso ema wo mo a wo mu ye bi nyae no yamieni nko papa sente wo kan se wo se Ghana eba no cocoa edua no a kan no na metric tons no e wo so papa ne kan in millions nanke ye ka cocoa free Ghana ha e millions metric tons no nanso nei aba free million no eswatia se London Bridge aba bedru 400,000 galamsenti ya short to 600,000 metric tons galamsenti entu enu a eba from no ya hwe ni yepe afi do bon se bedru baby na metric tons no zero eba ne sa pe ye nya cocoa mfa ye chocolate enti Valentine do ye ntumi kwaka chocolate day because chocolate no just bia ekokra e di frama no ne ba wo se no so enye wadi nsami tudwa e wo mrase badwam enne
how the sector has been treated for the past 7 years, Mr. Speaker. The Speaker, we have come from almost 1 billion metric tons, and we are now struggling to do even 400,000 metric tons. 1 billion metric tons. The Speaker, if I walk outside this chamber and anybody asks me, what is the main occupation in my constituency, Mr. Speaker, I will hesitate to say something. But Mr. Speaker, 7 years, 8 years ago, I could have beaten my chest and boldly say it is cocoa production which is very major in my constituency. Mr. Speaker, as I speak to you now, we are talking about chocolate. We have to import cocoa into Ghana for the manufacturing of cocoa, for the manufacturing of chocolate in this country. And it's unfortunate that one of the factors militating against the production of cocoa in this country is galamsey.
No tire no say cocoa kuafo o ma tetre mo ya o ya se do ben so nwa na o tete koto obo wa o hwense hits no sa na o ben cocoa kuafo no wo mo nka wo ma tetre mu nsema kire wo a obesua ma wo mo panzo so a wo mo do cocoa ma yenya cocoa so mfa so no koyo o ma tetre menye to do say obesra papa say ye wo bibiye a ebeboa ma cocoa kuafo wo ma di yie atede na bra wo mo bra no mo bra nya kwane nkoda no hwa modi a osrese yenye
more rampant galamsey in this country is more rampant than the president came to meet. The Speaker, if we are celebrating cocoa, we must begin to reflect on the lives of the farmers. The Speaker, it used to be one of the most lucrative jobs in this country. In fact, if you do anything that gives you money, they say it is your cocoa. In fact, during the cocoa season, you don't need to own a cocoa farm. You see money in the system. It gives strength to our currency. How is it now? Mr. Speaker, I am deeply, deeply sad. Now, people are giving out their cocoa farms for galamsey with impunity, largely because of how cocoa farmers have been treated in this country. They can't even get chemicals to spray their cocoa. A deduction that has been made from their produce. They can't get fertilizers for their cocoa.
Na no see ya na tamale south mrase bedwani honorable Haruna Idrusu enso edi before so no so wonde wodnani kwaye cocoa board anu so obetram na se bedwafie se mrase bedwafo e wo ho no sɛ kɛbɛyɛ sika ɛbɛto ɔmanum sɛ wɔn nyonyono ho fan sansaseɛ na yɛntam fa ma Ghana Cocoa Board no sɛ saa sika no ɛba wɔn dwonjono ho wie de nsasaseɛ na yɛtam de ma Ghana Cocoa Board a na de srɛdie ne sɛ yam na sɛ bedwafoɔ wɔn ani ni akyire ankɔ wie sɛ sika no anya bia no wɔn de yɛ dukudie nti a wɔn bɛka sɛ yɛmfa ma wɔn a na no mumu nkonta anwɛ sɛ wɔn Ghana koraa ɛnfirim.
Part of the problem, this honorable house must take responsibility. Every year, Cocoa Board will have to come to Parliament for the approval of at least 1 to 1.3 billion of its syndicated loan. Mr. Speaker, that gives Parliament the opportunity to regulate how much that money is spent to deal with the problems of the cocoa sector. So if you say smuggling, how much of that money do you spend strengthening smuggling and making sure it is not smuggled? How much of that money do you spend to deal with the swollen shoe disease? It's a matter of allocation. And that allocation, this house can help. When they bring the cocoa syndicated loan, we must take a decision and say that allocate X amount to deal with an imminent threat to the production of cocoa, which is the swollen shoe disease.
Honorable Haruna Idrusu, Tamale South and Rasebe Jenin so dia no. Na no tire and our first deputy speaker of parliament, Honorable Joseph Osewusu, Joe Wise. And so Eddie Bifason was say, and run na ye chocolate day no. Obesra say, wo bia mfa ye futu. Say eda no dru February 14th. Edru a ye Ghana chocolate day no. Manya pepe. Chocolate ya senya wontumi ntobi ma obi. Oh, mimi say Vera or USA. Ma menya ako. Wa bremi bi. Ana nanahima Eunice Question. Enso UK. Wa bremi chocolate bi. Wonu ya don na ye. So, nam no tia say. One how any such light I know him any ase. Went to me anka say the chocolate half mpo. When na ya asem. So, to be ma unyan woni. Anka say I love you keke. Enya sebi abodwese kuwa ene rekọ basre ka alafo bebe enko no kra na bia wo yekọ master anu kese na nke de John Kwea ka preku obobase enya no keke ene de kan I love you fa chocolate kan wona ye eno nso so ye fa chocolate e kire do Honorable Joseph Osewusu.
If you fell down and died today, what will you be remembered for? On this Ash Wednesday, which is also St. Valentine's Day, we should strive to live with love, to support one another, and to leave a legacy that will be remembered years after. Mr. Speaker, before I sit down, I think we must recognize or acknowledge that the Cocoa Board has shared chocolates with members of Parliament, and the record must reflect that Ghana Cocoa Board on Valentine's Day is celebrating World Chocolate Day and is also showing love to members of Parliament by distributing chocolate to us.
Honorable Joseph Osewusu, first deputy speaker of Parliament. Now William Gentu any Emmanuel Akoli and a day and Sadam Rasabaja for Quasset and Sma Wamdi 2 J. Wamdi Biaba. So Motica Mutu Ubam. Baby amuti bia obi ben wa ya bisa no sanra wo de chocolate ekere do ekere obi ana aya oya amane ye fe na ye fa na ye so ahu sanate na ye dan ho awam na se badwafie yi de na emma awam na se badwafie titru ne Miss Rita na Odolesowa a wo yela dade kotopon emna se badwani eni ni nuanom na se badwafo dodo no na do ma no tu mu bie se Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics STEM no a eye humesanse se ya aban de baye no eye papa ne ya eye no wo mo sra se ye ma nso emma so titru ne emma ya wo mo ko school no wo se de oba no ya binya ye se be ma nso no ya bi no sa na nya me ma nko na Science, Technology, Engineering and Mathematics no wo mo sua ye no se ababa beba se abodem nyansapa de sua science no eboa pa ma no se kan bi ena economy enyina ne na so faako ne momatumi ko nanim na se ye pia ma eduo ma wuram se o mo so nko sua bi a wo de just imagine ewiase ni baby a ma do so chen emema ti se ma dodo no atumi nya abode mu nyansapo ani nedisia yi a aw ebe boa economy no dodo ebia wose wo hwe ema no a ema de ade de wo kire wo mu a enche no amate ase enu nti Satan ono kura hu se enkoma woni Adam nkobo no emema wo kire wo ma de chance no amate ase nti waka Adam onfa na dwene ma no ebe chance no ate ase nti yifu ba ya no akwa di ntru mu wakwa ye nso ne se ase so okasa no wamre enwa no be 1 minute if I tell you baby a wodie ema no am kasa simple ti oba science a obesua hunu ntantantantantantantantantan wose yema science technology engineering ne mathematics adesua no yema ne nye akono na yense mankuran emomfo mo hunyim ensua bi Miss Rita na Adole Sowa.
Upon us to dismantle any form of barriers and create an enabling environment that empowers women and girls to thrive in science leadership roles. We must invest in initiatives that promote STEM education, provide mentorship and support networks, and advocate for policies that promote gender equality and inclusion in science decision-making process. Furthermore, we must celebrate and amplify the achievements of women and girls in science leadership, showcasing their resilience, innovation, and commitment to sustainability. By recognizing their contributions, we inspire future generations of female scientists, innovators, and leaders to chart new frontiers and drive positive change for our nation and beyond.
Na Tamale South and Rasebejani Honorable Haruna Idrusu, and so before so say, one Honorable Retana Odole Sowa, Aya Junipa Stem no, Aya de Nansoba Ghana, and said down for free Yenisa, Yan said down more than more than a pa, Yan said Manum crying one for Munim.
Although science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields are widely regarded as critical to national economies, so far most countries, no matter their level of development, have not achieved gender equality in STEM. And Mr. Speaker, Ghana is a good example. We have not been able to achieve some parity. Indeed, even to talk about parity, I'm going too far, Mr. Speaker. I'm not sure you can count 20-30% of women in Ghana in science, technology and engineering and mathematics. Mr. Speaker, if you monitor what has now become very popular quiz in our national life, you will appreciate how much the young girls are inspiring and giving us assurance that mathematics is no longer a no-go area for many of them.
No kwakwa mu na Okakwe Central Mrasebejani Honorable Patrick Yabuama. And so eka science, technology, engineering, and mathematics STEM no one sem ya. And was it Adena Yakanizano? And ya adeketwa nisua dion. Ede papa. Ente was say yansi say ya. Ebe buama wobe kwa ombon niemu nsino onsuro na obetundi ni hu awura makwa akosua.
Was seen as a very difficult area in our curriculum in time past. But lately, even watching this brilliant maths and science quiz, amongst other programs, you find out that the ladies are outperforming the men in these areas, and it must be encouraged. The women in politics must also encourage our ladies within the various schools in our constituencies not to have any qualms about science, and also give them the necessary skills and training outside their normal studies for them to be able to take up very serious positions in areas hitherto occupied by men.
Kanene nanka abodemu nyansa pe science ene ne technology engineering ne mathematics no yakase ni sua den pa nanso neyi ensese ne ntutue bia ma emu ayefo enye din biewu entianse mankran na womfom hunyim MP Okakwe Central Honorable Patrick Yabuama manso dia odefo aso no William Gentu ene Emmanuel Akoli as usual ene womkabo mu a womde baaye ne yeda ho awom na sebadwafie ensema womka ne ne doso na ba ku biem enso ne se na no afkon ye koso ewo Cote d'Ivoire ko wiase wo manu a wo mo ehosi ye no Cote d'Ivoire mo anso so na pagya kuruwa no emrase bedwafo kwa asetena no mo se oya Black Stars kwa wo mo ko bie kosi Ghana na mu a wo mo ko ye no nanka wo mo koi ne afi se ni da so wo ho nanso mo ko ye a wo mo kototo papa so anko ye hu entwatewu esan kwa wi poto biem no emrase bedwafo se edika papa na wa wo hwe wo man a yesika shoto asankanya ayemefa nka bue yai na yenya sika ni bi se monye nko Akan na monfa ni munya momra hwesika ye twade maamo a mo se Martes miensa pa mo ko boye ma se sika no aze mo visa jam ya shada so ana eya ni no magine makodi makodi asa no kwa no makọ sika no amfa so papa bia ama so na se bajafo se wo meka ho asempa na do asha se ye majority chief whip honorable Frank Anodompre eno se national teams no ehia pa se ye nsatra ye pa wom ye de akasha ene priority etwitwi pa sempo se FIFA kra na be bane yen a wo mo mane yen na yenye ni yie enne ye
Not just be any reform at all. Yes, I agree there should be some reform. But we must be specific on what we want to do. Speaker, I dare say that even if we have to interfere to attract the sanction of FIFA, we've heard about that. If we interfere in football administration, FIFA is going to sanction us and what? If that is what we should come to, if push come to shove, we must do it to safeguard the sports. It is all we have. You travel outside the country, and once you say that you are Ghanaian, the first thing anybody tells you is that they mention one popular footballer or the other, and the football, which is a brand, is being destroyed, whether intentionally or unintentionally, it's being destroyed, and it will not happen in this time of ours as leaders that we will sit down aloof and allow things to run down. We must safeguard the situation.
Honorable Frank Anodompre no. Wase ye tu ye nasim na national team no ye gunu asanso ye ni yie a ye ngunu no ye ni yie FIFA bedwa live obetoroto ni bubefu aka se de aye ni nti wasansen ye wabane ye emfie bi a problem ni ho na ye ni yie enu akire yi na Tamale North mrase bedwani Honorable Alhassan Suhini se wa hwe enye nim guasesem enye niwu se wakọ Afcon group stage kura went to me and qualify. Wo we poto now by ya. When you say to me here, Yamian ni petu kwa kacha ye say. Was spending $3 million. Ediawe. Was spending $3 million. Ediawe. What can you and you ferry? Na do kwa quarter finance kura no kura was spending saying.
We have to spend over $3 million for people to build contacts. I mean, really, is this what is worth the over $3 million that has been spent? And he speaks of huge investments made in the Black Stars, investments made in the wrong areas. Mr. Speaker, it is not just about a team participating in a tournament. If you intend to make a name with that team, especially when you have money to invest in preparing for such tournaments. Mr. Speaker, look at our sports facilities across the country. They are deplorable. They are not maintained. And like colleagues have already indicated, we do not even have a FIFA standard pitch in this country.
Tamale North from Rasebejani, Honorable Alhassan Suhini, so no. Na nanu si ye na North Tom Rasebejani, Honorable Samuel Okujo Tabla kwa say. Sa Ghana Football Association wo mprempren no. Adwemoni wo mutrim, sa cruise no. Because why ye ko Afcon. Budget say na modeko, omse ye ko aba. Mudi sika say na modeko, ye ko ba. Wo mbe ko aba nsa no mabeka che say, sika say ne de ko ye. Na say ene ye ko say no. We anya adwembone.
We are not being told, and we are told that
unless you go and come back. These are public funds. What does the Constitution say about public funds? Why do you tell the Ghanaian people that unless we go and come back? I mean, what's the meaning of that? We cannot manage public finances that way. And Mr. Speaker, I am also disturbed that the Honorable Minister is telling us that out of the budgeted $8.5 million, about $5 million was received, and they have spent $3 million. Mr. Speaker, $3 million for this catastrophic performance, this calamitous performance, just 3 matches. We didn't go out of the group stage. And when you put this in context, Namibia budgeted for the entire tournament $1.1 million. Zambia, $2.1 million. Nigeria, Nigeria, $1.3 million.
Hi. Na no time na se bedwani honorable Samuel Okujo to black akase wiye no. And honorable Ignatius Bafo Uwa, Minister of Environment say we kura de wan kebian kabesna kuma. Was it enumguase pa de. Ha, Black Stars na kwaji bia magana o. SHAME shame.
The Speaker, to exit the AFCON at the first stage means that we were 1 out of 8 West teams in the 24-nation tournament. Because per the arrangement, all the first 2 teams from each group qualified to the next stage, and then the 4 best from the 3rd level also graduated to the next stage. So for us to come home means that we were 1 out of the 8 West teams. But Mr. Speaker, to say that the Black Stars' performance at the last AFCON was abysmal is to say the truth. And for me, I want to admire and thank the maker of the statement for being very factual and transparent in admitting that indeed Black Stars' performance was bad.
William Gentu any Emmanuel Akoli and a diamond boy from Rasebejofie a buyer. Na Ghana Black Stars any we a ball once and someone attraping up into you don't to them someone couldn't be. I know can be. And one more money jibolo, I will meet the Urubo for some trouble and say, one make one more match on Sadia Fre, Ghana funds our money jibolo bon, Ghana ball. I lay ye boy, and so you know. Will be a fan him. Now yen 21 Montenso. Young cock and champion for say, Ghana for your nino. And one must say, you may basso. Now, when the police of one kitten with the ansana, yet never bassono. Na wamune police for ina adwena akoben krom se petition no wamo de beko Ministry of Youth and Sports ana bio wamo de bi nso beko Parliament House ana afi special prosecutor police for tiase ye na nra Ghana for wo manage ball ho a wo mpese ye ball be sei ane empempem ne akire ana ba demonstration ni bia Woman kwan so wam de omunum so wam ne police for kan mo mate asenti wam ko Ministry of Youth and Sports wam kwan so kwa na police penny for ba yesa da bi wam ntumi nko adan a order from above bintra oh na za di de no mo aka na dada ansa na ye be se ye hire yase police penny for da bi order from above Sadiq Adams eka de urubo ne nyuma samtrofo a wam ka wam hu bo mu hye sa ye hire yi one Peace News eka sai. Now what can I say?
A lot of people love the game, but there are a few leading the game for their personal interest. We don't want people to lead the game for themselves, but for you. Football belongs to you. Say football belongs to us. Football belongs to us. Football doesn't belong to GFA. Number 1 on our petition. We want the President of Ghana and the Parliament to institute an investigation into the World Cup 2022 Qatar. $100,000 appearance fee and kickback and the budget that was sent. We know a lot of infractions in there. AFCON 2023. Those who took $100,000 must return the money into the coffers of football.
Na ya boligu ha say there is when you go king ya chana dia ya se ko baby ya twutwu yesen okwa on be twutwu osia ma ho na don se toothbrush ayira and I was only president na no kra no nko twetwe ne se ne ahuru na num no eno ne 5000 na wo bi edi Black Stars echi so akọ tournament wa bra wan koye hwe o kodi diamond fire dotwe se bank suggestion box no san $100,000 aka ho aba na enra wo mo ko demonstration bie na Alhaji Abdul Karim Gruza our year owner and president Edma Kinfeza babies Alhaji nsusu kobi na Alhaji ko na ni bra brene pa no na odi etie na ni bre no
petition no anakure na because me got them things cut by we need the team anani ni dafu team on the 17th on the 20 week bobby yes your league your local players yes we need local players as I said league me and strong mobile say when you papa on in the FA move your property no more you are go Ashgold or dreams to Accra or dreams to Tamale or first division wa teams you know player winning on the demo Nidafu Moon Semwa Winyambo let's say on the 17 wa him we say Yakubu Akasa we the now Afro Archers Committee me we from Archers Committee remember Zongo I am live covering Namini woman kasa na yan wanu na say Ghana football
na uyi Alhaji Grusa ko bi to nchen ya Ghana gospel anyumtofo akese mienu enra wamudo mo gi demonstration mu bi Isaac Kodwampon amu of fire ena Nicholas Amane Champon Tabita Kum wamudo mo gi demonstration mu no amne Peace FM kasa ye e kirom senti a wamu ba bie
Obias Otianum just to motivate to play good football. That's why we have all sorts of supporters union just to chant and sing a song to motivate the players to play well. And the young man is about to under 20 Okomuano. Under 20 players you don't know them because the team Makuma 5. And only put two bars from under 17 to under 20. And it's a one for all under the category. Wouldn't be more. Na yan form na me de was so talent adu mo no o mu nyamfa so no mo boni bi ye pesa FIFA ebam Ghana government na do kan go for entie o man tie de be ko FIFA entie Ghana Blaster nyamacha ye be see park so engo in FIFA ba ban ye ya start bi for that is what we want to do
enyum na ya to na nya no ngwa na de kire o man football no so we are Ghana politics aji o man nyina fa na so football no ngwa na timi unite o man no ma ye hu so o man no nie ye ma Ghana flag no so a Yeni NDC wom ne wo MPP enioma nko yie wo football no mu Ghana Blaster yenyina yehu empempeso agwagoduru e ma akura timi sha yen se country bana Ghana Blaster betimi asa no Africa ha ebiri ha so me no kasai show yakọ Afcon to aso bemprensa yentimi win match anso ye current FA ya ye ura keto greku edano no omo say omo na omo the best administration so far. Look at that. Guasiana football no. E do man no famu no. Yeah gospel musicians. Ya sorry say afedi yeah.
Nicholas Amane Champon Tabita Kum. Ani Isaiah Kodwe Champon. Amu of fire. Ena yete wo monka no. Na ne krakra mu no. E mabi nso do mo gi demonstration ni mu a. Na akono efe. Omzi tirim se nti omba bie.
Sasa oba obeye de wa sasa bia mama timi ya na fakati na ma yesu timi ya enti ene football demonstration ya ye and also yeah kase omo kwa me say to me I'm not saying they should go but what I'm telling them is that omunye sakaya bi our football ni mama ye timi try TV achi e me ye Jesus or TV achi me say Jesus kana de aye prayer camp nye ye go kata bubro ye go have consusa me see group stage here film how
Ghana football. Makuma da sopa fidi da. Memo France nyina me pe football. Rana ball no ujine mu pa no ya bona ya shesa. Many Jimmy kwa me to me jama. Say ma say bi person no. Ball no was no. Ube private cars. Truck drivers. Baby drivers. Moto run. One nyina ya kisa. Ghana flag. No me say ya ball. And de ya bobolo kura won de she tiranse menyi na so mega embesa meka say Ghana football na ye nyina ya say yetimi edisi ho yetimi ba ha na me ba be support say e so mu ya Ghana football that's recently their course ye nyina ye ni anyo e kunu no e hwe ball mu ba fi aduane kro mind o wentimi and what the tie na ye wa ha say ye be nyina ye ba be support na Ghana football mu chi si wo ye maye na eda yakoma so pa
maybe I won't go be na abro bi kura no wo mu kura oledi uhunu a na krata wom hye demonstration de koma police for ema police for ti ase ma wom paragraph 4 wom kire mu pefe se wom betwe sia wo obra sport wo no be sha ase na wom machia principal street of Accra won na wom beko Ministry of Youth and Sports nom dia petition ni bia koma no na biu wo mama chia komra se bedwafie edi bia koma na se bedwafo then wo mu wia wo makọ Independence Square na Jubilee House de police force o muntumi nko wonti aban nipa obesoma no wa behia wo mu Independence Square na waje entita wo hia wo mu ye demonstration wo msese ye no wo man petu praku wo mu ye nsese ye no Edekoye, Emampenifo jitum. Then the question is, now why? Now deni. Yadeka se boni besi. Na yada MTN 4G Plus ne tabonet. Internet connectivity speed no. It should be mad than you can form on Suzy Aba Center. CB soap, CB men capsules, CB women capsules. Levels natural capsules. Sisiaria drew. Sisimudia drew. Budget cash and carry. Blue Jeans energy drink no diaba ama ya ho odian ya short nya ne back o mada roma o hene na Kwame amo madamase ama moniti